What's going on, guys? Today, as it's been requested multiple times on both my channel and my Discord, I'm going to be doing the ranking Overlord characters list. Looks like we're mainly going to be dealing with the characters that are a part of Nazarick, and not even really the non-important. Basically, all the main characters is what we're dealing with here, which is something I'm definitely okay with. I don't know why this is here. I didn't put this here. That just started there. But yeah, a lot of people have wanted me to do this. I'm not ranking them based on power levels, since there actually kind of is like a list created by the author for that. You can go to the subreddit for Overlord and find that pretty easily if you're really interested in this. It's actually pretty cool to look at. But basically, I'm just going to be doing this based on how much I like the character, not necessarily how well I think they're written, because that probably won't be the same order at all. And none of these people are particularly well written. It's a very large cast, so it's really just how much I love each of them. So, with that being said, let's get right into it then. So, starting with Albedo. Yeah, that's an easy A rank there, right? I mean, come on. I think a lot of people actually might be disappointed. I think a lot of people are going to say that she'd be S tier, but no, I don't think I can do that. I think she's a little overrated, but of course she is still very good. And if you do not know this, it is canon that she is apparently the highest defense level character as far as everyone we know in Nazarick goes. So that's kind of cool. It's a little strange to me, considering she just has a giant weapon and no shield or anything of the sort. But yeah, I guess that's a thing. So that's cool. All right, now we got Mare. Actually, this might have been a pretty proper place for him to be. It's C or B. That's what I'm choosing between here. I kind of wish I had another rank, and I could make one, but this is fine, I think. I think C. I mean, he doesn't really do anything too crazy. I do like his interactions with... You know what? I do. I'm going to give him B, because I think that makes a lot more sense, because this is more fitting, right? Aura doesn't really do as much. I don't really enjoy her personality that much. I bet a lot of people do. I bet I'm going to get a lot of shit for putting Aura in C tier, but that's alright. I think it's pretty good. Cocytus, he's an easy B in my opinion. I don't think he's quite an A. I don't think he's quite an Albedo's level, but I do like him a good amount. I like when he has his warrior moments, and even the opposite, really, when he's shown to be this like great warrior and whatnot, and then sometimes he gets a little weird, and it's funny to see that. I really enjoyed the scene where he prevents Sebas from punching Suare. So that was really good for him. I like him a good amount. He has a few flaws, I will say, especially because he seems to lack a lot of confidence compared to the rest of these characters, which is really strange. But it also is kind of funny how he's like the warrior and then he has that weird thing going on. So I do enjoy him quite a bit. Shizu is easy A tier. I'm actually tempted to put her in S, but I can't do that. I can't go that far. But I do love Shizu quite a bit. There's not even too much I can say probably that most people would even know, because she kind of gets screwed in the anime. They decided to not adapt a lot of the things she did. Like when they go to find Pandora's actor for the first time in the anime, that actually, she was there for that in the light novels. So I've read parts of the light novels, not all of them, and definitely not in any chronological order, and I've seen a lot more from her in them. So I guess that might seem a little weird that I have her that high, but she is pretty awesome in my opinion. I can't really explain why, but I do love her quite a bit, so she's definitely A tier for me. Demiurge, yeah, he's probably the best character in all of this series, so easy S tier, no problem. I mean, he's the mastermind, right? He comes up with all these genius plans and then says, well, you know, I mean, sure, I'm saying the plans, but this was all thought of by Ainz-sama long before I came up with them. So he's just the greatest. He actually, if I think I'm correct that he is the weakest among all of the floor guardians. I believe that is correct. So again, you can check that stuff, but I think that in the power ranking that the author made for the floor guardians, he was at the very bottom, which is surprising to me because he seems pretty powerful and he's a demon and whatnot, and he has a lot of demon subordinates which are also apparently super powerful. But yeah, I really like his kit as far as we've seen. He has really cool demon-like abilities. And yeah, his loyalty to Ainz is just super great. I like his geniusness too. He is just fantastic. I cannot get. He embodies everything good about every other character in this series. He has all of their good qualities combined. His hatred for humans, his geniusness, his overconfidence, but at the same time, like lack thereof when in the presence of Ainz. He just doesn't feel like he is worthy. It's too good. It really is too good. And all the funny interactions between those two. It's way too good. I have to put him in S tier. Okay, Entoma. She doesn't really do anything, to be honest. She just doesn't do anything. I think I have to put her in D tier. Maybe if she did something, I'd have more interest in her, more appeal to her character, but no, I can't do that. Lupusregina, yeah, that's going to be another A tier for sure. I think I would have to say I even prefer her over Shizu. She's just super interesting, really fun to watch at all times. A weird thing, again, about the anime is that they did this whole sadist thing with her, right? Like, okay. I mean, I kind of get it, and she's a werewolf, so it's not like it's really weird or anything. It's just weird to me that that wasn't a thing in the light novels. It doesn't really make me happy or sad what they did with that. It's just something worth noting, I thought. But yeah, I mean, she's just super high energy at all times. Very funny to watch. Probably one of the funniest characters in the series. Maybe the funniest, honestly. That's probably the case. Actually, no, there is one that's better. It was for totally different reasons. But yeah, she's really fun to be around. I don't think I really have to describe why I would enjoy her. Most people, I think she is their favorite among the battle maids. So that's an easy A tier. I don't think quite S tier. But we are about to get another S tier very shortly. Not quite yet, though. We have Ainz. Again, this is one I know I'll get shit for because Ainz is most people's favorite character. And I do love him quite a bit. I would say he's most certainly the most well-written of all the characters in the series, besides maybe Sebas. But even then, it's debatable. He's definitely the most important character, obviously. But I don't quite consider him S tier. He's not one of my favorite anime characters ever. I don't even think I'd put him above any of my favorite battle maids here. Anyone. I like him more than Albedo. But I don't think I like him than either of these guys more. So he's great. I don't need to explain why, but I don't think he is quite at the S tier level. I prefer Demiurge over him, for sure. But speaking of the S tier, we're about to start getting into it here. So now we got Nabe, right? She's an easy S tier. She, at one point, was my favorite character, basically before we really got to see so much of Demiurge. When she was just chilling with Ainz, doing all these quests and whatnot, every time she opened her mouth, she would just drop these amazing one-liners about how humans are trash and whatnot. It seems to me, as far as I've talked to other people that have seen the series, they don't think this is funny. I don't know why. I do. I think it is so funny. Every single time she talks to a human, she's talking shit no matter what. Even when, what's her name? Oh my god, what's her name? I can't remember. Oh god, it's the girl from the village, Carne Village, Nyferia's girl. What? Oh, it starts with an E too. I know her name. I can't think of it. But even when they meet and she starts complimenting Nabe, she's just like, don't try and flatter me, you piece of shit. Basically, it's just like so ridiculous. Such unwarranted hatred for humans. Like, she even describes them as bugs because in comparison to her power levels, they really are. But with that being said, like, what is the need for the hatred? I don't understand. Maybe if they were like a threat to Ainz or Nazarick, then I could see, well, okay, maybe then you're going to have some hatred for them because they scare you. But no, it's just, she just considers them worse than shit. And she just goes on and on about it every single time she speaks. And I love it. It's just so funny. It never gets old to me. It's always a different, more creative way than the last time that she makes fun of them. So, except that she calls people bugs a lot. That's pretty repetitive, but it's still great. So yeah, she's definitely S tier. I think she's super underrated. Definitely my favorite among the battle maids. Sebas is another S tier character. Yeah. Everything about him is just so badass to me. I like these two more than him, actually. But for one thing, if you didn't know this, his race is Dragonoid. or dragon or something. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means he can turn into a dragon, but I would like to see that happen. That'd be really cool. And I think that his face, the way it's kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of looks not realistic. It's kind of like a rock almost, like a shaped rock, and his hair is just also perfect. It's he looks like a dragon to me. But yeah, he's super cool. He is the butler kind of guy. He's in charge of all the battle maids. So I like how he's always just suited up. His combat style is really interesting too because it's so simple and there's nothing really to it. He kind of just punches and kicks people. He's basically Saitama as far as his combat style goes. I like that. I do like other people's more. Like, I do like Demiurge more. I like Nabe's more, all the lightning and whatnot. Everyone else has pretty much cooler ones. But I like that it is unique in that it's not really doing anything special. He doesn't even use a sword or anything. He just punches people, and because he is so physically powerful, he is able to destroy people. So it's really cool. Definitely cool with because of that, because he just looks like a butler and he doesn't have any weapons. When he goes against stupid humans, they always, of course, as they do with everyone else, really underestimate him, and then he just one-shots them with his hand. Or maybe he just hits his heel on the top of somebody's head and they're dead. Right, that's happened. That's pretty cool. When he gets punched by that guy from Six Fingers or whatever it's called, there's just this huge smoke that comes from it because it's such a powerful attack, and he's just standing there like nothing happened. It's so good. He's a really good character. I like him a lot. I also enjoyed his little character arc we've had with him because it was the first time that anyone wasn't just like, oh yeah, you know, this is really not for my best interest, but it's for Ainz's, so I have to do this no matter what. Now, of course, it didn't really affect things too much. It really wasn't a big deal, so it's not like he was going against Ainz. But I did like that because of his nature, one of the only characters in Nazarick that doesn't have negative karma, he was actually kind of obligated morally to help somebody in Soare's position. So I did enjoy to see how it wasn't just a 100% chance that every single person in Nazarick is going to be overly loyal to Ainz. So that was good. I like Sebas a lot for reasons like that. Shalltear. Definitely A. I was tempted to put her at S, but I don't think I can really justify that. I don't even think that I like her more than Shizu or Lupusregina. But I do like her more than Albedo and Ainz. So that's cool. She's really interesting. I was really disappointed when she ended up getting mind controlled by the other player, or whatever it really was that caused that to happen, because I didn't like that she had to fight against Ainz. I really enjoy her, and that's one of the reasons that I know that I like her so much, is because when that was happening, although I did enjoy the fight, it was really cool, and it was interesting to see her acting like that. I was really sad to see it happening because I know it hurt Ainz, and I didn't like that she was I knew that if she knew what was going on, she would be so distraught. And of course, when she does find out what happened, she tries to drink herself to death, basically. And because she has 100% resistance to poison, she can't actually get drunk. But yeah, whatever. She's really cool. I think she's definitely better than everyone down here, but not quite S for sure, and probably in the middle-ish level of the A tier. Okay, so Solution. I've been waiting for this. She goes in the D tier for dumb bitch. She really should probably have her own tier. I don't dislike her as much as I do Entoma, but I guess whatever. Just know that Solution is the worst. I don't really despise her, but it's like every character in this series, I like a decent amount. Like, I'm not unsatisfied when they're on screen, except if it's Solution, I guess. So, okay. I mean, I didn't really like her whole part in the Sebas arc. Like, okay, he brings home this girl, and basically, immediately, she's just acting like a dumb bitch. For no reason. I mean, this guy is supposed to be in charge of her, and he's just doing his thing. He's doing something that isn't really affecting things too much. I understand the shit did kind of go down because of all of it. But, I mean, if she would have helped him, maybe, instead of just been a pain in his ass the entire time, then I think there could have been some serious damage control done, and really nothing would have gone wrong. So, that's worth noting. I mean, she used one of their scrolls, this really rare scroll that they can't make more of, to contact Ainz to tell him that Sebas is betraying them. So I thought that was all bullshit. She really pissed me off. She was a huge pain in Sebas' ass, and he's one of my favorite characters, so I don't like her very much. She's not unbelievably bad, but she definitely goes in the D tier for me. And lastly, we have Yuri. Pretty similar situation with Aura. I like the concept of her. She seems like she could have a lot of potential, but we didn't get too much screen time with her. Not quite as little as Entoma, but she seems like she could be good. I'd like to see more from her for sure, but, you know, for now, I guess beggars can't be choosers. So that's the tier list, I suppose. That is all the main characters of Nazarick. This looks like a pretty good tier list to me. Most of the characters are going to be pretty high up because I think, like I said on multiple occasions in other videos and on Discord and whatnot, that Overlord has one of the strongest casts I've seen among different anime. So definitely going to be a lot higher up characters there. I love almost everyone on this list. Definitely B tier and up I'm a pretty big fan of, so that's cool. I guess that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know a lot of people are asking for this, and a lot of people like these tier maker videos I've been doing, so here you go. Here's my Overlord list. You know, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment letting me know what you thought. Maybe you have a totally different list. Maybe you can link me your list if you make it or whatever. I'd like to look at those, see what you guys think. With that all being said, I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your day, and I'll talk to you on Friday.